Okay, it's here.
Looks like a playoff night. College
It's a
playoff
playoff
night.
night.
That's what I'm
College
talking
playoff
about.
night.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Fooling on the field. First down.
Ohio State still up.
Yep, 7-zip. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But looks like Texas might be on the move.
Okay.
Coming to you live from the Sit Your Ass Down studios. Welcome to the Me and D
Pops and Son
podcast.
for that ass.
For that ass.
For that ass.
For that ass.
No Diddy.
No Diddy, no doubt.
No doubt.
Today is January 10th, 2025. We thank you all for listening to us. In the background, I got that Texas and Ohio State
Okay.
game on. So if you see me
Okay.
glancing a little bit to the left,
Look.
I'm watching out the corner of my eye. I'm like, I'm not really watching it.
I'm watching the game. Just
I'm not
like
watching it, but I'm
all y'all
watching
are.
it.
And while you're watching the game, snap into an excess.
Yes. We
Go
are
ahead.
powered by Excess at product placement. Ooh, that's that smooth snap.
Smooth snap.
Man, that's that energizer for that ass.
For that ass.
Energizer
No
energy for that ass. We got Arch Manning under center, so he's gonna try to.
Arch Manning is?
Yeah, they just put him in. When he comes in, that's good for a few yards. Hey, he just fumbled, but they could rule it down. They ruled
That's
it
funny.
down. All right, so we're moving to our content for the night, especially after last night's thrilling contest in the CFP College Football Playoffs. We got Texas and Ohio State going tonight, as we just mentioned while we were coming into the show. Ohio State is up 7-zip.
7-0.
Late in the second quarter. Looks like almost halftime. So
they moving.
Yeah, they are moving the ball. Texas is starting to move the ball. He was down, but all right. Before we get into too much activity, we'll pay our respects, recognize some birthdays and some events. Rest in peace. I don't know how I missed this one last week to our 39th president of the United States, Jimmy Carter, who passed away on the 29th, and he was funeralized yesterday, which would have been the 9th. Rest in peace to Jimmy Carter. Also to Brian Matouz. He was a former Baltimore Oriole pitcher. To singer and anti-gay activist Anita Bryant. When she started going against gay rights, her career went in the tank. You got to look her up. To Dale Wilson, who was a voice actor for Dragon Ball Z, X-Men Evolution.
Oh, for real?
And then to Richard Black Bart Harris. He passed away. He was a WWF, WCW wrestler. So rest in peace to those folks. Birthdays on the 12th of January. To former heavyweight champion Joe Frazier.
I got this
was born on this day, January 12th. I'm sorry.
Nothing to do when you tie your do-rag too tight.
And get the little headache.
I'm like, dang, I didn't put this one on. You got it.
Oh, I had that little crease.
Man, for real. Oh, my bad. Go on.
It's all
my
good.
head was hurting.
Cade McNown celebrates a birthday on the 12th. College Hall of Fame quarterback. He won the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award in 1998. Also played for the Chicago Bears and a few other teams. Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight, they used to call him. Played for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yes, sir. ATL legend.
NBA scoring champion, slam dunk contest champ, all-star, multiple-time all-star. He celebrates a birthday.
Real quick, was Dominique, was he like that? Was he just a high flyer, or was like when he was playing, was he like that?
He could play. He was good. Dominique was, as you just heard me say, he was NBA scoring champion, so he could actually shoot the ball. He had a nice little mid-range game.
Compared to a player like a modern player now, who would he be like? Even like early 2000s. It can be early 2000s or like now. Who is his game style? I ain't really see.
Yeah.
Besides highlights.
Remind me of who was that I would always say, oh, man. And I can see it now. He just played in the middle. Obviously, the three-point shot wasn't in vogue yet. Larry Bird was the specialist back in the day.
Right.
With that. But Neek was like a 50. He had a nice, strong 15-footer, slammed a lot. Shoot,
Okay.
who could he remind me of?
Like a Jason Richardson?
Yeah, but Jason he started establishing that 3-ball late in his career. So Neek wasn't that great of a shooter. I'd have to look at his percentages, but a lot of his points were right, like I said, in the paint.
In the paint.
Yeah, okay. In the paint.
Yeah,
like I said, he would do the mid-range, didn't get too far out. A lot of bank shots. I remember he had a nice little bank shot.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of a contemporary. It'll come to me. You never
really hear like Dominique Wilkins, as far as I know, high riser, stuff like that. But I was just trying to see if
he's a 9-time All-Star. Okay. He is a Hall of Famer. Like I said, he was a scoring champ. So but yeah, the man could leap. That's what they used to call him, the human highlight.
The human, yep.
Bill Madlock, American League third baseman, played for the Pittsburgh Pirates back in the day. Touchdown, Texas. That was a beautiful pass. Beautiful pass. Quinn Ewers to, I'm trying to see who he threw that to. 29 seconds.
Texas is a good team.
They are a good team, and they're tested. You let them hang around, Jaden Blue. You let them hang around in this ball game, and they could be playing for a title. Ryan Day, you may be looking for a new job. Let me keep it moving to Hall of Fame wide receiver Drew Pearson. Played for the Dallas Cowboys. First team All-Pro 74, 76, 77. Yep. Great player. Yeah, he was real good. And I'm trying to think who was he might have been the original 88. I think he was 88 before Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
It was either Drew Pearson or Preston Pearson was number 88.
I think he was the first 88.
I'm pretty, it's him. Yeah, he was the original 88 back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of my favorite players.
88 you established.
Yeah, it's one of those numbers. If you get that one, you know what that man can do. He can catch a football.
Right.
Get an 80, 82, 88.
1.
You know what that? Yeah, 81. That's a good. Isn't that what Andre Rison? What, he 81?
Yep.
Yeah.
Terrell Owens.
Yep. Yeah. Of course, T.O. Yep.
4, and then he turned to 81.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right, so that's our rest in peace birthdays. A little history for the 12th. 2023, Brock Purdy was named the NFC Rookie of the Month for December and January. In 2017, Justin Thomas, at the age of 23, he became the youngest player to shoot a sub-60 round with a 59 in the opening round of the Sony Open in Hawaii. He also won the tournament. In 2015, the College Football National Championship was played right where it is now, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Okay. Ironically, number 4 Ohio State beat number 2 Oregon 42-20.
Dang.
Yeah, that's kind of reminiscent of how they just beat them. Was that last week before last?
So they got like a little rivalry.
And then in 2013, the Mile High Miracle in the AFC Divisional Playoff game, the Broncos got ahead of the Baltimore Ravens 35-28 with a minute and 9 seconds left. Then quarterback Joe Flacco heaves a 70-yard touchdown pass to receiver Jacoby Jones to tie the game. The Ravens won in overtime. That was 2013. Joe Flacco, man, he's been hanging around. 11 years later, he's still in the league.
For real. It was funny. I was watching an old Broncos. I mean, it wasn't that old. This when Peyton Manning was with the Broncos versus the
man, they scored
Ravens.
That fast.
Who, Texas or Ohio State?
Ohio State. I just looked down and
so it's 14-7.
14. Yeah, extra point, wide left, 13-7. That may cost him. This number 32 Henderson. I don't know if he broke off a long run or kickoff return. Nope. He threw a little screen pass and old boy took it to the house. Damn. That's got to be like 70-some yards. Untouched. All right, moving on. Underreported. I haven't heard a whole lot about this. I know we'll probably, as we get closer to this game Monday night, but the wildfires in L.A. have caused Monday night's playoff game between the Vikings and the Rams to be moved to Arizona. And more than 20.
No, go on.
I was going to say more than 20,000 acres have burned so far, and the fires are not done yet. Our thoughts and prayers are with all of the people who have lost their possessions, who are displaced, who still might be in danger, because I watched probably 2 hours worth of LA news, and they're just reporting about the wildfires, and they don't predict that they will possibly get rain until the 22nd of this month. So they need those winds to die. Yeah, they need some water bad.
And it's the wind too, because
the wind is keeping it going. And then the higher wind, like when they had the 100-mile-an-hour winds and 90-mile-an-hour winds the other day, the helicopters can't get up there to put the water
down.
Yeah, so it's all bad right now.
Dang.
And then the firefighters are having to fight the hot spots. But then you pull up to a hydrant, there's no water. That's one of the other things they're facing.
Dang, they
fire hydrants
water?
with no water. Yeah,
because it's evaporating or something?
No, they just weren't checked and never filled. Somebody's gonna get sued over that one.
Yo, imagine like you got like a little government job or something like that, and you got the easy. That's just your job, just to make sure and low key he just been having an easy day, just going about, ain't really been doing nothing. He going like, dang, I forgot to check the water. Like you had one. That's somebody's just only job was to make sure the water was checked.
But just think, if your house it's a small fire and you call 911, fire truck pulls up, there's the hydrant right out in front of the house, and they tap it and hook up the hose.
They crank it. They put
some little dust comes out.
Yeah, that's not funny, but it's just
funny, but it's sad funny.
Hold on. Gatorade, I had. Gatorade, no water. Yo.
That's all bad.
Yo, that's all bad.
They just line up and everybody pee on it.
I know y'all got some water. You just gotta, man. You ain't mean, man. No, that's somebody finna get fired. Yo, somebody is finna get fired. Oh man.
Yeah, it's a shame though. Gonna bring it back.
Wait. Yeah, no.
Seriously,
for real,
we're not laughing at the situation.
We're not laughing at the situation, but come on, man. No, dang. The one time you need some water.
The one time you really need some water, bad. Ain't nothing but dust up in that.
Damn, y'all didn't pay the water. Who's in charge? Somebody else.
Somebody's gonna have to pay for that mistake, D. Yeah. But yeah, just again, though, it's like I said, I know the NFL talked about it earlier in the week, and
that's crazy.
Again, they've officially decided to move it. The air quality is horrible. Houses still burning. I know JJ Redick, head coach for the Lakers, his house burned. I think some of his family members' houses burned down. I know some of the actors and actresses. Yeah, because it's right in the heart of that Pacific Palisades. They got beautiful $1 million homes in there, and they're not there now. And then
that is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I was watching how you could go in one neighborhood and there'll be 4 houses burned. One house still there, and then next door to that house, it's burned down. It's crazy, man. Fire's nothing to play with. I always say water's nothing to play with, but fire's nothing to play with. For real. Yeah. It's sad, man. People just lost a lot of their belongings. And but anyway, the sports story, the sports angle of it is crazy. The game has been moved from LA to Glendale, Arizona for Monday night's playoff game. So, all right, moving on to
That's
the college
crazy.
football playoffs.
Okay. So
Last night's game,
let's
Notre
get it.
Dame 27, Penn State
Man,
24.
that was a good game.
That was a real good game. Excellent game.
We
Drew
chose Notre
Allers,
Dame.
huh?
We had Notre Dame.
Yeah, we all took
Notre Dame.
well, we all took Notre
Did somebody
Dame.
take Penn State? I don't think. Yeah, I took
No,
Notre Dame.
none of us took Penn State, but Drew Allers' 23rd pass of the night was costly as it resulted in a pick and set the stage for Mitch Jeter's 41-yard go-ahead field goal with 25 seconds left in the game. D, that was just just down to the wire, back and forth. Good defensive ball game. Penn State didn't put up a whole lot of offense. I was surprised at that. I think at one point,
this may have big plays
in the first half, none of their receivers had touched the ball. I don't think they had one catch in the first half, and then they got it going in the second half of the game. Tyler Warren had 6 receptions, 75 yards. Running back Nicholas Singleton, 15 attempts, 84 yards. He was the big man. He had 3 touchdowns in the ball game. But Riley Leonard passed for a touchdown. Jeremiah Love ran for another. Good game. And then I was most happy for Marcus Freeman.
Yep.
The coach.
Yeah.
Brother doing his thing.
Got
the program. Brian Kelly decided to leave. He thought the SEC, that's where he could win a national title. He hadn't done much since he's been at LSU. And the brother took over a team.
I don't think he don't embody like an LSU. I don't think
he went for the money. I think they paid him $10 million a year and gave him a $100 million contract. But my thing is, you had built something there in Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even feel comfortable or confident in what you built. So your defensive coordinator gets promoted to the job, and he's taking the team to the national championship. And here's a little look at Marcus Freeman. I wanted to do my homework. He will try to become the first African-American coach to win a national title. His mom is of Asian descent, and this will also make him the first coach of Asian heritage to get a team this far.
Tiger Woods' cousin.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
In 2021, he served as the defensive coordinator and linebackers coach for the team. And then, like I said, he was promoted. And guess what team he played for in college? The Ohio State University.
Oh, dang.
So wouldn't that be something?
That'd be crazy. Dang, battling your own alma mater.
Yeah.
A place where you played at, a place especially football culture runs deep as far as they say the Ohio State.
The Ohio State University.
They're very proud of their football as well as they should. So that's gonna be one. Congrats to him. Honestly, I know he took over that program and they've been good, but never won the big game. They've been good, never won the big game. They've losing some games that they probably should have won.
Especially Northern Illinois,
Yeah, Northern Illinois.
NIA,
Yeah, but it hit the right timing, luckily and also I think college football playoffs helped too. They got some momentum going into the playoff and were able to sustain it. Like you said, it's that thin line between rest and rust. And
it is.
Yep. So the teams that got rested bounced, and the teams who were playing kept going. You know what I'm saying, like in Texas and Notre Dame, and so shout out to him, man. That was a good football game. That was all the way down to the wire.
It was.
But I think he's gonna come ready to play. But that'll be pretty.
They'll be tested.
Whichever
team they play.
It's gonna be a good team because Ohio State and Texas are two good programs. So
no slouches.
Come with it. But I think since they beat Georgia, I'm almost gonna root for them because I'm like, okay, at least we lost to the champs.
There you go.
The champs bounce this out. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, I agree. I agree.
Texas, and I feel like we could beat Ohio State. I think. Did we face Ohio State this year? No, I don't think we did. But
you did.
I think we can. Yeah.
I think you would have matched up well with them.
I think we matched up with Ohio State.
Yep. So that's that final or semifinal game, and then of course we're talking about the Texas Ohio State halftime. You got Ohio State up 13-7. So whoever Notre Dame plays, they're going to be in for a good battle.
It's going to be a good game.
And I can't wait for that. But I'm proud of Marcus Freeman and the job that he's done. salute to that. We'll move on
Right
to
on,
the
brother.
NFL.
To that
Just
man.
to recap what the wild card weekend looks like. You got Chargers at the Texans. We all took the Texans in that one. I think all of us took the Texans.
I think AM and PM, took the Chargers.
He did. You're right.
Mhm.
I stand corrected.
AM and PM.
Steelers at the Ravens.
I chose Ravens. I know I chose Ravens. Corey took Ravens.
But I want to say,
I think Jay said Ravens.
Did he say Ravens?
Hey,
we'll just go with what we
go back to the episode, the Monday night wrap up show.
There you go.
And you guys can go check. You guys
out
find
on
out
Facebook and YouTube right now.
Available now, new episode, week 18.
And then Sunday's action, you open with the Broncos at the Bills. I know I took the Bills in that. You took the Bills, right?
I took the Bills as well.
Mm-hmm. Then
that's a game they should win. If they don't win that.
Then the 3:30 game, Central, Packers at the Eagles. We took the Eagles, and Jalen Hurts has been cleared to play. So he's cleared all.
He's playing even if he
got a protocol.
Right, he got to pop some. If they let Tua play, Jalen Hurts
he's just put 2 small pillows in your helmet and get out there and strap them up. Then the nightcap, you got Commanders at the Buccaneers. I took the Bucks in that, but man, I'm starting to feel more and more confident that Commanders might pull something off.
You took the Bucks?
Yeah, I took the Bucks.
Okay, I know.
But I was on the fence.
It's back and forth.
You took the Commanders?
Yeah, I took the Commanders. Just off of the way they're playing now. Baker be hot, but then he can not.
Shoot,
especially on the road game.
They struggled a little bit Sunday when they played the Saints.
Yeah, I was
knowing they had to win that game. Yep. And then Monday, as we spoke about at the top, you got the Vikings traveling to take on the Rams in Arizona. It'd be a road game for each team, neutral site. The AP All-Pro team was released, and I want to go through the first teamers.
All-Pro team.
And then you and I got a couple players that made the second. So first team offense, quarterback, Lamar Jackson. The running back is Saquon Barkley. Your fullback is Patrick Ricard from the Ravens. Tight end. This one surprised me. Brock Bowers, rookie.
Yeah.
So that was outstanding.
I wasn't surprised by that one. He was the best.
Well, he got it over Kittle. I don't know if I take Bauer. I don't know if me personally, for everything that George Kittle brings to the game, I take Kittle over Brock. But he had a hell of a season though.
Reception, because he was really the only offense on there.
That's all the offense that the Raiders had.
Your offense,
right? Crazy. Wide receivers: Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's 3 good ones right there.
Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
We talked about them in one of our episodes. Who would you take? Who you got?
Mm-hmm.
I think the consensus was Justin Jefferson, but I'm a big Jamar Chase fan. I think St. Brown, that dude is tough. He takes some hard hits and he'll get injured, but he'll step right back in there. Huh?
I think I said Chase.
I think we did too.
Yeah, Jamar Chase, right? I believe. I think I'm thinking back on it. I think I said Jamar Chase.
You think you said him too?
Honestly,
I think it was Corey that was trying to convince us that Justin Jefferson was.
Justin Jefferson is cold.
No,
but
he's good now.
Depends on your type of.
What do you want to see?
Right.
I just need my receiver to catch the ball. I need him to make that tough catch either down the middle. And I also need you to have that breakaway speed where you can go down the sideline and get one. But you got to have hands. You got to be able to get the ball. All 3 of them can do that.
Mm-hmm. And Amon St. Brown.
Like I said, that dude takes some tough hits.
Man. But he gets open.
He gets open too. Oh, he works himself free. Moving on in the left tackle, you had Tristan Wirfs. Left guard, Joe Thuney from Kansas City. Center, Creed Humphrey, Kansas City. Right guard, Quinn Meinerz from the Broncos. And then right tackle, you had Penei Sewell from Detroit. Then on defense, you got your edge rushers, Myles Garrett and Trey Hendrickson.
Okay.
Interior linemen, you had Cam Hayward and Chris Jones. That's 2 good ones there.
It is.
Linebackers, Zach Bond, Fred Warner, Roquan Smith. Cornerbacks, Patrick Surtain II, Derek Stingley Jr.
Out of
Houston, the Texans.
Be boosting.
And then hold on just a sec. Let me flip my page here. Your slot corner, you got Marlon Humphrey from the Ravens.
Okay.
And your safeties are Kirby Joseph and Xavier McKinney for Green Bay.
Okay.
So, and then, like I said, we had a couple second teamers, George Kittle and Kyle Juszczyk for my Niners, and you had Chris Lindstrom for your Falcons, made the AP All-Pro team.
AP
So
play me couldn't do it safely.
the coaching carousel, and I got a question first before we go back through and mention the 6 jobs that are open. Did Bill Belichick jump too soon, D?
Hey, dude, did we talk about this? Did we talk about this before?
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
We talked about it, but we didn't know all the openings. We didn't know who was open yet.
That's what I was just about to say. Dang, did we not talk about this? Did we think that he was blackballed, or do you think
We did talk about that part of it?
Okay, yeah.
We did say that.
Honestly, I think somebody would have hired him, unless he was completely just blackballed from the league. But
So let's go through the openings. So you got
he got a ton of-
Patriots. We knew he wasn't going back
he getting
there.
there. Okay, so
The
he ain't going there.
Jets, the Bears,
Jets,
the
Bears,
Saints,
Saints.
the Jags, and the Raiders. Now they say there's some interest in him going to the Raiders, but I don't see him backing out of his commitment to Carolina. You can't do that. Man, that'd be pretty damn dirty.
Put Mac Brown back in there. Hey, you know what? You know how we was tripping. We thought, what were you done? They get Mac Brown backs, but no. I think he jumped. I think he jumped the gun.
I think he might have jumped the gun. I think I would have almost waited one more year just to see what else happens, and continue to build up your name and your brand and the goodwill.
Unless he got some ties there to North Carolina somehow.
He doesn't.
What was it?
I think his
Why
dad.
would North Carolina?
His dad was like a military, like either for Army or
West Point.
One of those. Yeah, one of those kind of teams.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't think he had any ties in North Carolina. Not that I've heard or I can think of right off the bat.
Dang, yeah, I think he jumped the gun a little bit
because he jumped the gun. D.
There's plenty of jobs.
I just don't know which one of those jobs fit him. Though.
Maybe Chicago, but I don't know. Yeah, fit his personality.
I could almost see him with the Jets though for some reason.
Yeah,
they wanted to hire him before, and he stiffed them and went to the Patriots. He took the job for 24 hours, and then he changed his mind, went to the podium, just said he resigned, and then he ended up going to the Patriots, and that's when the whole dynasty started.
Dang. That's crazy. That Jets got the worst
6 jobs out there, and you can't tell me he couldn't fill one of these. Again, I get he wasn't going to, okay, there's really 5 jobs. He wasn't going back to New England.
Oh, yeah, New England was out of there.
Man, I can see him with the Jets. Like you said, the Bears would be a good spot. Also, too, you got to think with age, how long is he really going to coach? You know,
right.
with North Carolina, he's got the succession plan in place where his son is going to take over. Yeah, you weren't going to have that in the pros.
No,
there was no guarantee. Yeah. So I think he did the right thing.
No, you're right. I agree.
Next segment called How Would You Feel? And this is based on the treatment that Jerry Jones is giving Mike McCarthy. So his contract ended. At the end of this, how would you feel? Chicago wants to interview you. Your boss says no. And then officially you become a free agent, or your contract is over as of Tuesday. I think is the 14th. Yeah, on the 14th. He can officially walk away. You would have to think if the team blocked you from being able to speak to another team, him and Jerry Jones have to be negotiating, wouldn't you think?
I would think. That's what I would assume. As far as you can't talk to nobody, as far as we're gonna keep you here type deal. So,
because you got to be trying to sign, we got to be behind the scenes trying to work a deal. Because if you block me from going somewhere, and then we'll say one or two of these jobs fills up that I could have had, because you delayed me.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But my thing is, they've had the last 3, 4, 5 years to get this right and figure out if Jerry wants him to come back. But if you're Mike McCarthy, how do you feel? I wouldn't want to go back, D.
You wouldn't want to go back.
You already made me a lame duck coach. You didn't extend me when you should have or could have.
I don't know. Jerry liked him because all the times he could have fired him. He didn't. You know what I'm saying? Even after last year when everyone's, I guess, was saying like,
even though the man still won 12 games for
that's what I'm saying.
This was the only season he struggled since he's been there.
Yo, Mike McCarthy, I wouldn't say he's terrible. I think his
just play calling is just old. That's really what it is.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't advanced it at all.
The fact that Andy Reid advanced it, also he do have the right personnel, but those plays are, come on now. The plays they be running Kansas City, I'm like, man, this is like some crafty stuff, dog. Mm-hmm. I like the everything that they do. Just different plays they call. It's just very unique. It's so creative. It just keeps the defense on its toes.
And Detroit,
yeah. And Detroit,
Detroit and Kansas City are probably the two. When you watch games, you're like, I like that style.
Play.
I like that.
That's a good play.
And they keep one thing about Andy Reid that makes him so hard to beat is he mixes it up well.
Mm-hmm.
He can adjust and he can adapt.
Yeah.
If he sees the defense doing something, they're trying to take this away. He goes to something else. He just don't stick with it.
Right.
And he's not so hard-headed and stubborn that he's got to stay with.
We're going to stay with the run.
Yeah, we're going to stay with it.
8 in the box. Like, you know, it's pride.
Only you'll be able to run past them because you're coming off the sideline.
Man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so you never told me that Mike McCarthy, would you go back or would you stay?
To answer the question, let me.
And how do you feel? Like I said, I feel mistreated.
How does it feel? Man, I would have to know the relationship because that's what I was going to. It seems like they like him up there. Now I don't know how he really feels. Dallas is nice. It's a nice place. The pressure's there, but he hasn't done too bad now. And of course, the expectation in Dallas is always Super Bowl or nothing. So, but it's been 25 years, so maybe a little longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a little longer than that. Maybe 30 years. 29 years.
It's coming up on 30 years.
Coming up on 30 years without a
I think it was 94 was the last time they won.
So that's 30 years. Man, so it's just like the expectations of reality and what is really the issue. I don't think it's the coaching because they're always messing around with the 11, 12 wins, usually in the playoffs, but they usually get smacked in the playoffs. This
season it was the talent. They put all their money on CD and Dak, and they didn't build anything around. You brought an old running back in Zeke.
Yeah. No production.
No production from him. All your money was spent. and from what they were saying that they're going to be in cap hell for the next few years just because of Dak. Dak's contract doesn't kick into this upcoming season. He was still playing on his old contract.
And he locked in.
So that's $60 million. And they say he's got an $87 million cap hit. Hey, he got CD.
I'm gonna stop hating Dak. Hey, you got it, bro.
Oh, I'm not hating on him. I'm just talking about the shape that the team is in, though.
Oh yeah, no,
we can't do anything.
Y'all gonna have to just with the cards y'all dealt. You can't even shuffle them out. Yeah.
So would you want to come back to that? And that's my other point.
Oh yeah, I still didn't answer the question. Man,
I'd rather go to a Chicago where I got a young Caleb Williams. Yeah, I
wouldn't mind staying in Dallas. I don't. It depends though, because if they giving out, I don't know.
But are you gonna be able to win with what you got, knowing that you don't have any pieces, and you're gonna be under that same scrutiny for another just say 3 to 5 more years, and Jerry just always undermining you every week, and your job is in question every week because you are the Dallas Cowboys. You're the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, the stress wise, probably no.
Right. And reduce my stress. I'll be like, I'm out. But
Chicago would be the less stress. So you can be Chicago, get a deep dish. He looked like he liked deep dish pizza. So. Go to Chicago.
Yeah. We'll move on into the NBA. Look, NBA conversation.
Look, NBA.
Jimmy, where art thou?
Where
So
art
Jimmy
thou?
Butler was suspended 7 games for
You mean
conduct detrimental to the team, and he's eligible to return on the 17th.
okay?
But so far, no trade has been made or any offer that Pat Riley likes. So he's going to come back to that D after he said he's really not happy. That's just not a good situation.
Yeah, the relationship is already now it's getting petty, where he's just being a detriment to the team. Once that relationship is gone or worn down or not there no more, it's hard to build it back, to go back from that, and especially constantly. He doesn't seem like he really wants to go, but it seems like he didn't rub people the wrong way. Pause. I don't know. It was almost like Jimmy. What was the real issue? We really don't really know,
Right.
like, the real
We still hadn't
issue.
gotten
Like,
to the bottom of it.
what's the why are you not happy?
Right, right. What's the
management?
source of
What's
your
the source?
unhappiness?
It seems like your feelings are hurt. That's what it seems like. Like your feelings are hurt because we don't know did they short you on some cheese?
Right.
I guess maybe it is the contract. I'm assuming that he's trying to. I guess they're saying,
You're
you
at
gotta
50
play
million. Damn. How much more you thought you were going to make?
right.
Because that's near the top. I know AD, Anthony Davis, is in the 60 million. I think Steph makes 60 million. I think AD's like 63. Steph is 60. I think LeBron is somewhere in the 50s.
But it's like,
you don't
bro,
compare to those 3 players I just named.
it's like we don't mind giving you that, but get us a championship.
Right. He did get them to 2.
You got the 2 finals.
You got them to the finals.
Can you win us a championship?
But man, look at what you put around me. Look what I was working with.
Oh yeah, that is true. He could. Yeah, that is true. Because not for real, who else did he? He had a supporting cast.
He had a supporting cast, but he didn't have another superstar.
Yeah, because Bam is good.
Good, yeah,
solid player. But he need to be like
he's a
B, like lower B tier.
I was gonna say 2nd or 3rd All NBA.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not on my first team All NBA.
Right.
They still haven't made any movement, but you got all week to make something happen. And then you do have up until the trade deadline, which, like I said, I believe is February the 3rd. But man, I just wouldn't want to bring him back. I guess he's going to have to show me, if I'm Pat Riley, that he wants to be here for at least to the end of the season, that we can coexist. We can get something done productively on the court. Because if you're just going to be a detriment to the team, I'm going to have to suspend you. We might even have to release you. I don't know what the cap situation looks like there, but yeah, it's a situation still hadn't improved. So I'm just, Jimmy, where art thou? Because you're still in Miami and you're not with the team. I keep hearing that want him is Phoenix. I just don't think they have enough to offer to get him.
Yeah, Phoenix as much as they didn't cashed out for
right.
AD,
all they got left is Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal.
Exactly. They just trading piece for piece.
Moving on to more NBA conversation. Bron attacks the record books. LeBron James reaches 30 points to break Michael Jordan's 22-year-old record. So most games, 30 points or better. He's done that 563 times. That's a hell of a record. And in the same game, he also passed Dirk Nowitzki for the 4th most regular season games played. He's now at 1,523. That's 4th on the list, 1,523. Dirk was at 1,522. So for every game he plays, he's just continuing to demolish the record. Yeah, he's making history. That
he's etching his name in the history books.
It's not going to get touched. 22 seasons. Jordan did this in 15. Some people put a little asterisk next to that. Look how many more games he played to get the 30. I don't care about any of that if you get it.
Yeah.
But damn, you did have to play almost 500 more games. 7 more seasons, 500 more games.
The fact that Jordan did it he was scoring though. Jordan was scoring though.
He was scoring on that ass.
He was scoring that ass. He was scoring
that's some productivity. Our NBA rankings, is a little shakeup. The And this is prior to the Thunder and the Cavaliers playing. I think they played was it last night? Anyway, I know Cleveland won the game. Cleveland is, I can't believe the team that they've built. We've been sleeping on the Cavs.
I think it's just they're just starting to get mature because they were just very young a couple of years ago, 3-4 years ago. Evan Mobley, Darius Garland,
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell, when he got there, these are still young players, and also I'm trying to think who else is on there, but they were just a very young team. Didn't really have a lot of experience. They have the talent.
They do,
but I think it's starting to hit at the right time because they've been playing for seasons now. They kept the team together. They're actually maturing, getting more grown, getting more fundamentally sound, and they got chemistry now too as well. They can make a splash now. What are they going to do once they get to the playoffs if they can sustain this?
See, they don't have an answer for Tatum and Brown.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what's going to hurt them.
They still might be a season or a couple seasons away from actually,
or maybe a trade or two,
right?
You know, like a free agent pickup, or.
But I like them. I like
just
them.
Adding another big man. You're gonna need a big man because you're going to go against Porzingis and what's the other Robert? Was it Robert White? That's one of the big dudes.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, Rob White.
Is that his name?
The dreads.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're going to battle them on the inside. Out Horford, he's old. Yeah, he's still with the team, right?
I think he's still with the team.
Yeah. But he does more of his damage now on the outside. He doesn't do much of the rebounding. But yeah, I think Horford is still there. But no, I've been impressed with him. But anyway, to give you the rankings, Oklahoma City Thunder's number 1, Cleveland is number 2, so they flip-flop. Boston, they moved up to 3. The Knicks dropped down to 4, and then Houston Rockets moved back into the top 5. So that's your top 5. And then the Kia MVP award race, top 5, we got a new leader there, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City Thunder, he's averaging 31.3 points, 6.1 assists, and 2 steals per game. And then Nikola Jokic, he dropped down to 2. He's at 31.5 points, 13 rebounds, almost 10 assists, 9.7. Giannis stays at number 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 31.3 points, 11.8 rebounds, 6.2 assists. Victor Wembanyama, you moved up a spot. His average 25.1 points, 10.8 rebounds, 4 blocks. And then JT is now 5 for the Celtics. He's at 28.1, 9.2 rebounds, 5.5 assists. So him and Victor, they flip-flopped. And then the next 5, number 6 is Karl Anthony Towns for the Knicks, Donovan Mitchell for Cleveland, Luka Doncic for Dallas, Anthony Davis for LA, and Alperen Sengun from the Houston Rockets. I guess this is how you pronounce it. Sengun, Sengun for the Houston Rockets. He's 10th in the MVP race, but Karl Anthony Towns has been a big surprise. I thought him going to the Knicks, I really didn't understand that trade, but he's made a lot of difference, or a big difference, should I say, for them.
Yeah, he's feeling, I guess
I thought they gave up too much losing DiVincenzo and Julius Randle, but he seems to have come in there. He's been meshing very well with, what's my man, Donovan? No, I'm talking about the little guard. Always Brunson. Penetrating the braids.
Jalen Brunson.
There you go, Brunson. Yeah, Jalen Brunson. There you go.
Mm-hmm. No,
so I don't know. Tibbs got them playing well.
Yeah, it seemed because there was like an old video surface that Karl Anthony Towns was actually cool. I think he's cool with some of the coaching staff that was over there.
Okay.
Main reason why they lobbied for him. And I think they felt that's what they were missing as far as just a big man who can. Karl Anthony Towns, he can shoot. He can get in the paint as well.
Didn't Tibbs coach for
I think he did.
For Minnesota at one point?
I think that was the rapport right there. And lobbying me like, hey, this is probably what we need. And also, from what it seems like, a likable person as far as getting along as a good teammate, meshing well. I'm sure he was disappointed because they thought they had something going to Minnesota, but you end up going to a bigger market.
Seems like it's been a better spot for him.
a little better spot for you.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you probably love playing with Minnesota and that was your first team, you always have love for Minnesota. You already know Tibbs, so it didn't. It was probably not what he wanted, but hey, you can't complain for real, because you're in a good spot and you're playing good basketball. So you got some stars over there as well.
See Anthony
Yeah,
Davis
Bridges.
in the top 10 in the MVP race. That's good because he's been healthy. This is another
Yeah,
season
good
he's
for
been
him though.
relatively healthy. I don't want to jinx it for you,
Nah, we
AD,
ain't gonna
but
do that.
seems like you went from street clothes to full
Okay,
uniform for
right?
a
Yeah,
couple
street clothes
seasons.
to free throws.
Right. And no
Yes,
hose.
and no, that's good that he's locking in, and he's actually. It's good that he's whatever he's doing as far as nutritionally working out, strength training. Keep doing it because you played a great amount last year,
Mm-hmm.
and then
65 games.
you're on pace this year. So keep it up, man. We
All
let it
right.
see it. We let it see it.
We do like to see it. A little something on the side, D. I don't know if you saw this, but Tiger Woods' his golf league debuted the other night. It's called the TGL, and it's the Tomorrow Golf League. It's a league that's created by him and Rory McIlroy, PGA golfer, and
Okay.
then
Yep.
they have a partnership with a young man, sports executive Mike McCarley. The league employs a combination of traditional golf play with elements of simulated indoor golf and features players from the PGA Tour. It's sponsored by the
I think I
people
did.
that designed SoFi Stadium. It's in Florida and it's at
Dang, I was.
Palm Beach State. It's this huge screen. And so they hit the ball, like I said, it's part simulation, part real putting green, and then they can make the green undulate. The fact that they debuted Tuesday night, this past Tuesday, which was the 7th, and their viewership was higher than a regular PGA tournament and higher ratings in the Live Golf tournament got all last year. So there's some
Oh, there's
eyes
some
on it.
interest,
Yeah, there's
and
some interest. Yeah.
and that's what is popular now. You see a lot of Top Golf. A lot of people
Mm-hmm.
intertwining entertainment with golf. A lot of people are just more golfing now, and with simulation as well. Like you go to certain places that have all the little mini games. That's always fun. So that the fact that they're bringing that, you're gonna get a lot of viewership from the
Got
younger
like a
crowd.
futuristic
Yeah.
way of playing golf and
Mm-hmm.
keeping the interest.
Yep.
And
That's dope.
Tiger's team, and I forgot who's on his team, but they debut this week. So every week is 2 different teams that'll be playing.
Okay.
I think it's 6 to 10 teams total, but they're all PGA players. It's got some eyes on it already, which is pretty good for a Tuesday night to have decent viewership. It's on ESPN.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it's going to do well. And then the other thing, another topic for a little something on the side, the WWE on Netflix. Monday Night Raw was viewed by 2.6 million households in the United States compared to 1.2 that they averaged in 2024. So Netflix has got them
Netflix
hit,
got
man.
them in jumping.
They
Netflix
damn
got
near
it
double. No,
jumping.
they not
So,
damn near. They did double the viewership.
but what is it? Just because it's on Netflix?
I guess so.
Because
It's
it
still the
doesn't
same
change.
product.
Okay. You see where I was going?
What?
What was the difference? Why didn't you just
Watch it for free?
It's exclusively on Netflix. Like maybe it's just like, and I guess
Because
you
that
were
was
able
just the
to.
United States. That's the part that got me. Because I'm like, well, damn, that's not globally.
Because you can probably go back and rewatch it.
I think so.
I think okay.
No, but
like,
they said the Netflix debut of WWE Raw was viewed by 2.6 million households. You're right. What is the difference? It's the
what's the
same
difference?
product.
They didn't add anybody new. What did they do?
They did feature The Rock. But damn, that's like a WrestleMania thing. They're gearing up for that. But yeah, what is the difference?
I
Do you
guess
think it's
more people have
more
Netflix?
advertising?
I guess so. Maybe it's because it's on Netflix. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. It's the same product. So
It's the
just
same
like, what
product.
made-
You're
what made-
right.
What made more people just tune into it this year? Because
Double the amount.
double the amount this year than last year with the same product.
Maybe we'll have to compare
That's
this like
crazy.
over time. Damn, but you got to pay for Netflix. You
But
didn't
it's
have
like-
to. At least it was part of your package, whatever you had streaming or cable wise.
Yeah, it's got to be like something where I could go back and watch episodes or something.
I think that's the draw of it, but they're saying the debut show this past Monday night though.
Mm.
Damn.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess
I had to flesh that out a little bit more just to see, because for you to double your viewership.
Oh, we debuted. It's the same. It's the same.
It's the same product. But I tell you what, though, I had one of my customers. He was adamant, man. I gotta have his TV by Saturday because I got Spectrum coming out to hook up the cable, so I can watch Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So.
Why can't you just watch?
I don't know, D.
It was coming on the same channel every week. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's what I'm just saying. The fact that it's on this.
Somebody knows something.
I want to see what it like for football, like when stuff was on Amazon Prime, like the games on Amazon Prime. Like, did they get more viewers on Amazon than they did when it was on like
just regular TV,
CBS or NBC?
That's a good question. We'll have to do a little homework on that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You got some juicy news for us tonight, don't you, son? Man, I hadn't poured out some juice in a while. Let's pour some juice.
Oh, okay.
I like that. Now that's what I'm talking about. Some nice fresh excess.
Oh,
pour some excess. For that juicy news. Because if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Young brother. Young sister. Young player. Dwight Howard. P. Diddy. Porter. Family. Cheetah.
Shout out to AM and the PM for actually sending this in the group chat. LSU receiver Kyron Lacy wanted on negligent homicide felony hit and run charges stemming from December 17th, 2024 accident that killed a former Marine and injured 2 others, according to Louisiana State Police. Investigators say Lacy, who declared for the 2025 NFL Draft 2 days after the crash, allegedly sped away from the scene at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So he left the scene after causing the wreck, and he did not report his involvement to the police. So it seems like he got in a car wreck around 10 a.m. and it was his fault that the wreck happened. He fled away from the scene, and then left at the scene was a former Marine and 200. So yeah, it killed the former Marine.
So he killed all 3 of them?
It said 2 others were injured. So
okay.
The Marine
so it killed the Marine and the 2 others were injured. Gotcha.
The 2 others were injured.
Damn.
And
how old is he?
That was the car wreck, they said.
How did he walk away from that?
No, I think I think he caused.
Oh, but he kept it moving.
He kept it moving. And those 2 people crashed, with left one of them dead. And then I guess in the other car left the 2 injured. And then he didn't stop.
He probably ran a light or something like that, or
right.
And they crashed.
Because it was because of him.
And then he never kept it moving. He never reported.
Kept it pushing.
Damn, that's messed up.
So let's see. According to the police report, Lacy driving a 2023 Dodge Charger on a Louisiana Highway 20 and recklessly passed multiple vehicles at a high rate speed by crossing the center line and entering the northbound lane while in a designated no passing zone. At that point, a northbound driver in a pickup truck abruptly hits the brakes and swerved to avoid a head-on collision with Lacy's Dodge Charger, forcing a Kia Cadenza that was behind the pickup to swerve left, crossing the center line and hitting a southbound Kia Sorento head-on, according to the police report.
Damn. So he's racing through traffic, weaving in and out. Damn. That's crazy.
So a passenger in the Kia Sorento, Herman Hall of Louisiana, was critically injured and later died at the local hospital. According to the investigators, Hall, 78, was a former Marine.
That's sad.
Yeah.
He should have been a jackass for that.
Yeah, he's definitely a jackass.
Mm.
But it's crazy though. Every year there's a story that comes out with
Mm.
a college prospect, senior year coming out, and then a scandal happens, or someone dies, or just for real.
So you just messed up your whole career. Everything you've been planning for, you messed that up in the instant. And probably all you had to do, well, no, because
I
you were
mean,
speeding.
you were speeding, and honestly, but it's
Maybe if you reported it, you'd have been okay.
you probably would have got some. Yeah, it probably would have been lesser because you would have been in the wrong. But even if you, because either way,
You
it
might have
probably
just got probation or something.
right.
Though.
It could have been like I stayed there, I tried to help, I reported
Mm-hmm.
it. You showed some type of compassion.
Some remorse.
The fact
Yeah.
that you fled off, that makes it look even worse in
Right.
in the eye of the law or the judge, who's a human being.
We had to come find you.
Yeah,
you
we got to put that in
didn't stand.
consideration.
Yeah, you didn't stay and act like a man. You ran away from it. Damn.
Yeah.
Condolences to that man's
Condolences.
family, man.
Yeah.
Damn. Seriously. Okay, that's that
That's
juicy
a
news.
juicy news.
Now we know. Time for our pops, flops, and props.
Pops, flops, and props.
Oh, those pops, flops, and props. Who you popping?
Pops is gonna go to. We got the NFL game, playoff game, Chargers, Houston, first game, playoff game of the season. So, man, big pops for that.
All right, mine's gonna go to LBJ, LeBron James, for surpassing MJ for the most 30-point games in a career. Flop, who you flopping, son?
Flops is gonna go to Kyron Lacy. Kyron Lacy, man, it's flop, jackass. And you gonna sit your ass down too.
Right.
That's all bad.
Mine's gonna go to Jerry Jones for how he's treated Mike McCarthy. And the only thing that'll make me take this back is if they sign some agreement next week and Mike McCarthy gets a contract extension. But outside of that, how Jerry's handled this, man, it's been a complete flop. Who you propping?
Props is going to go to Marcus Freeman and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, making it to the national championship. Battle hard. They beat Georgia, beat another good team in Penn State. So they're battle tested for sure. Shout out to Notre Dame.
Texas just scored. Texas just scored. 14-14. Yeah.
Oh, perfect timing.
3:12 left in the third quarter.
Oh, perfect.
My props can go to Magic Johnson. He received the Presidential Medal of Freedom this past weekend, as well as to Marcus Freeman for leading Notre Dame to the national title game. All right, son, we're at that point where we get to tell someone to sit your ass down. Man, sit your ass down. Please. And thank you. Who you telling, son? Who you telling?
So my sit your ass down is going to go to Skip Bayless. For those who don't know, Skip Bayless got caught up in a lawsuit against him, against a former hairdresser for the Fox station, sports station.
FS1, yep.
FS1. Allegedly offering to pay $1.5 million for some sex.
For some draws.
And then got his feelings crushed because he thought she was messing around with Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah.
And then that's probably what ultimately ended that show and that relationship, because over some jealousy over the hairdresser.
That Shannon said he didn't even hit it.
He ain't hit it. So he over here with, man, sit your ass down, Skip. I never really liked Skip anyway. And there's a reason for that, because he's just a little punk. Sit your ass down, Skip.
That's
Allegedly.
it?
Yeah.
No, that's a good one. Good one.
Yeah,
all right, son. Mine is going to be quick and fast, too. To the officials in LA in charge of maintaining the fire hydrants. Several of those things are bone dry.
Oh,
man, sit your ass down. All you had to do is go around and make sure this hydrant has water. This hydrant has water. Once a year, inspectors come to my store and make sure my fire extinguishers are ready to go. They're charged up. We didn't use a fire extinguisher ever, but they come every year. They check them, retag them, make sure they're good. LA, what are you all doing with your resources? Because somebody's getting paid to check those hydrants, but they're not doing a damn thing. And yeah, you're not gonna put out a whole block of fires, but you might save
You might
one
get
home.
something right. You
Yeah,
might douse something, an
you
area
can, yeah,
down
you can
something.
douse it down, or you can use it for the hot spots that they're trying to maintain and keep them from flaring back up. But for them not to have water in the fire hydrants is just beyond me. And somebody needs to sit their ass down.
Somebody got to sit their ass
Sit
down.
their ass down. That's all I got. Man, son, this hour and plus went by pretty quickly.
Man, real quick.
A lot of content. Of course, yeah, we're here every week. Don't forget your
Every
merch.
week. Don't
What you
forget
got? What
your
you got on
merch.
yours, D? There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Go
that.
get your
That's
merch.
fresh. That's fresh.
Go and get your merch.
That's fresh, man. That's fresh. And like we said, it doesn't have to be our logo. It can be whatever you want on it. We've done multiple
Whatever you
projects.
want.
We can make it happen. But as always, we thank you all for listening to the Me and D
Pops and Son
podcast.
for that ass.
For that ass.
For that ass.
For that ass.
For that ass. No
D,
kidding.
tell him. No D. Tell
No
him, D.
doubt. But until next time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to holler. Peace.